Well, here is the sign for Conneaut Lake Park here in Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania. If I look across the street, there is the park over there. There's a big roller coaster, but I don't see any rides going. And it is a weekend in the middle of the day. Are they like only having the water park? I saw some people in the water park. I'm hoping that I can get in to film some of the rides. Came a long way for this.
Yeah, let's go!
I know. I want to make note that at least on today's trip, everything is cash only. So make sure you bring cash, but there is an ATM here, but it still would have been nice to know that ahead of time. I don't think their website said anything about that. Look at this. I love that sign. That is so cool. The logo. All right, there's the park entrance sign and a sign that says no running. They ain't kidding. No running. I don't see anything running. I just had to make that joke. Well, I'm gonna pop on and explain what's going on here and why nothing is running. So the lady at the admissions entrance said that they are having a worker shortage and they weren't able to get anyone to operate or run any of these rides that are here, and they only have 2 rides open, and one of them is the dark ride, which thank goodness, because that's one of the rides I really wanted to check out. Really disappointing because I checked their website and it didn't say anything about everything being closed. So driving 4.5 hours up here to find everything closed is a really, really big disappointment. So we're going to check out what we can here and, you know, try and preserve some of this amazing history for you all to see, even though the rides aren't running. Okay, so over here we have, these are the swings. And there's like a dinosaur ride, kind of like the spinning, what are those, strawberries that you find at the fairs or the carnivals. Got some really nice old school rides. There's a slide back off there in the distance. That looks like another duplicate of the swings. This is the paratrooper over here. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm thinking that there probably used to be a ride here. That's the blue streak off in the background, if you can even see that. They've got all kinds of almost like construction going on here, but... And there's some of those lights over there. Those are pretty cool lights that they have all over the park. No way. This is the ride that I wanted to check out because it's very historic and it's been in operation since like the 1900s or something like that. And it's one of those rides that goes up and down and around the track. I'll insert a video of it if I can find it. But it's all disassembled here. I hope they're going to be restoring it and putting it back together because, man, I really wanted to see that operating. Yeah, so we've got a sign here for the Bessemer Railway System. So I guess the train was back there next to the roller coaster and it is no longer in service. And of course you've got your water park back there, which is operating. Yeah, look, here's more of the cars. There's a red one right there. Man, that is disappointing. This looks like it might be... Oh, this is mini golf. So yeah, they've got these no trespassing signs everywhere. Weird. It's really kind of weird. I mean, I understand they don't want you going on the rides, being that there's no one to operate them, but that's kind of common sense, although most people don't have common sense anymore, so... Looks like over here we have a food place. This is the Blue Streak Spud Stop. Tater tots, french fries, boneless wings, funnel cakes, fried potatoes, chicken tenders, corn dogs, nachos, pretzels, and cold drinks. And also the Splash City, which I think that's what they call the water park. This is the Splash City Snacks. Try not to fall down and kill myself. This place looks awesome. I love how everything looks so old school. Okay, so let's check out the entrance to the Blue Streak. Can't go on the ride because there's no one to operate it, but I really wanted to check this coaster out because it's one of the very few, I believe, that still operates with a brakeman on the coaster trains. Pretty rare to see that anymore. All right, this is the bumper cars over here. Man, just look at how the font and all the colors that they used. Wow, this is all torn up too. I did hear word that they're wanting to actually kind of revamp the park and expand it maybe and make it better. At least that's what I've been reading online, so that may be why some things are torn up, because they're wanting to improve the place. Yeah, over here you can get a better look at the train cars for the Blue Streak. Still can't see the brake part, but there's like a guy that would stand somewhere in the cars and have a big lever that he pulls to slow the cars down. And this is one of the reasons I came to this park, to check out the dark ride. This is, I believe it's called the Devil's Den dark ride, and it is a classic. Wow, look at this. If you want to see the entire ride and how it is in 2021, then head on over to my Patreon, where I'll have an entire video as well as on-ride footage. There's a link in the description box below. You'll also get a chance to check out the very famous gum wall. Alright, let's check out the Kiddieland. Wait a minute, hang on. Have you guys seen pictures of the Kiddieland, and it has these really cool clowns and stuff all over here? Well, they're not here right now. That's kind of disappointing. At least the one thing that wasn't disappointing was that dark ride. Oh man. Oh, and we can see the carousel running today too. So that might be kind of cool. All right, you got this classic ladybug up and down ride here in the Kiddieland. I just love how everything is almost like it's like it's handmade almost. So you can see the crayons they have here. Sorry for that. The sun is really violent today, if violent is even the right word. Here's their carousel. There's no music coming out of it today, but it is a classic. Wow, I don't think I've ever been to a carousel that is this quiet. Well, there is a little bit of music, but it's really, really quiet. I think they're doing maintenance on it. Maybe, I don't know. Wow. Want to see your name here? Head on over to patreon.com/tiltedtripodmedia and become a member today and gain access to all of my secret content as well as other member exclusive perks. And thank you for supporting the future of video. So now that we've had a chance to take a look at some of the park, I wanted to kind of talk about what's really going on with Conneaut Lake Park and where it stands today. So for the last number of years, the Economic Progress Alliance of Crawford County has owned the park, and they've been trying to keep it afloat, but it's just kind of been in limbo. But in March of 2021, a Philadelphia entrepreneur, Todd Joseph, bought Conneaut Lake Park for $1.2 million. The new owner's plans are to rejuvenate the park, restore the rides that can be restored, and those that can't be saved, replace them with new rides. For those of you that aren't familiar with Conneaut Lake Park, this is a very historic park. It goes all the way back to the late 1800s. This park mainly draws people from the local area as well as nearby Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as well as the Cleveland metro area over in Ohio. For those people living in Cleveland or Pittsburgh, their main reason for coming out here is because this is a very historic park. But when you start replacing all the historic rides with brand new shiny ones, then the place just becomes a smaller, less impressive version of Kennywood in Pittsburgh or Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. And most people from Cleveland or Pittsburgh are just going to either go to Kennywood or Cedar Point because they're closer and bigger. In fact, the entire reason I drove 4.5 hours was to come and see all the historic rides like the Tumblebug and the Blue Streak roller coaster. Now, I do understand that maintaining these historic rides is a costly endeavor. It's very expensive. However, when the park owner says a ride couldn't be saved or fixed, I think he's more referring to he didn't want to spend the money repairing it because, let's be honest here, nothing really is ever beyond repair. You can always have someone build special parts for you or whatever, or just rebuild the entire ride as brand new and then it continues to operate. So whatever was wrong with the Tumblebug causing it to be completely scrapped, I'm sure they could have gotten parts for it and repaired it. It was just more than likely too expensive and he didn't want to put the money into it. Many park enthusiasts and historical preservationists are really upset and really worried because the scrapping of the Tumblebug may be a sign that the Blue Streak roller coaster won't be saved either. Historic wooden roller coasters are very expensive to maintain, and you often see them being scrapped for more cost-effective steel coasters. When I visited the park, the Blue Streak wasn't running, and they said it was due to the worker shortage, but it may have been for other reasons. I really can't say. All we can do is hope, pray, and come together as a community to try and get the park owner to save the Blue Streak. I mentioned earlier that the Blue Streak was run with a brakeman, and I wanted to clarify that. It's not got a brakeman on the cars itself. The brakeman is actually standing at the station just like you saw that guy on the Little Dipper, where he has to manually brake the train as it comes into the station. Well, at least we can see here that the kiddie version of the Tumblebug has survived. Like I stated before, the park owner claims he wants to preserve all of these historic rides, but when I came across the bumper cars, I had to take a step back and be like, does he really want to save these historic rides, or is he just replacing them with newer ones that have less maintenance to them and can save him money, and, it's a business thing. I read in an online news article that the bumper cars were being scrapped for a teen dance hall. When was the last time you went to a theme park and they had a dance hall? Is that even popular anymore? Do teens even want to go to theme parks to dance? I haven't seen that being popular since the 1950s. So if you're a teenager and would enjoy going to a theme park to dance, let me know down in the comment section below. I think the real reason the bumper cars were scrapped is that they couldn't be, fixed. And that's a poor excuse because bumper cars are still a very popular theme park attraction. You can find them all over the place. They're still making new ones. So it wouldn't have been really all that much trouble to either repair the ones that were there or just buy completely new ones. So those are my thoughts and feelings on the current state of Conneaut Lake Park. If things improve or change in the near future, I'll definitely be back to make an update video. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about Conneaut Lake Park. Have you been there recently? What was it like? What was your experience? Because this is one park that we definitely need to preserve here on The Traveling Man. Thanks everyone for joining me on this episode as we took a look at the Conneaut Lake theme park here in Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania. Really sad trip, but throughout the pandemic and after the pandemic, I've noticed, not just here, but a lot of places around Ohio, Pennsylvania, throughout the Midwest, are having major shortages of workers. So it's not just this place, it's all over the place. So, come out to this place, apply for a job here, keep the place alive so that people like me and, yourself can enjoy the park.
And me.
Yeah, and Parker from Slack and Packin'. But I guess for now, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye, as that loud, obnoxious diesel truck goes by.